guys, welcome to today's video. Today is a nostalgic trip with Dick Tracy. I remember playing this game way back when and actually really enjoying it. So we're going to see if that still holds up today or not. What I do remember about it is it actually stays true to the source material, and it's got a really cool depiction of all the crazy out there gangsters that Dick Tracy used to fight off, like Flat Top and everybody. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I honestly don't remember what kind of game it is off the top of my head. I just remember I remember Flat Top with his machine gun shooting at you. That's the only thing that really pops into mind. And using your phone, or your watch phone, which funny, back in the day everybody's like, oh wow, but now it's like a normal occurrence. Let's hit the streets. Alright, see, this is what Ghostbusters should have done in the driving thing. It's like, look at, we actually have buildings and color. Like this, like Ghostbusters could have done anything like this to make it even remotely, I mean, the control sucks, apparently. Alright, so you have to push. This is weird. Alright, so we got it. Let's get out and walk to one and for. Alright. So we got jump. There's a door way up there, which is interesting. It looks more like a window than a door to me. Alright, so the nostalgia is definitely in my head because playing it now, like, it doesn't control well. I mean, it's something. Alright, so this is just a one and done with no way of getting. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so in order to go forward, you obviously push up to go forward. But then in order to turn around, you hit back, which turns it around, but then you have to keep holding the button down to be going down. So it's like, it's intuitive, like you understand it, but on the same note, it's different than everything else you would do in games nowadays. Oh, right. Okay, so you shoot in your car, you shoot on the streets, but in here, you punch. At least you take everybody down in like one shot. Dick Tracy's got a hell of a right hand. But it's really hard to avoid all these shots. And he doesn't actually, he's not walking up the stairs. Wow. Alright, this is a little, one and done. Wow, alright, so we're even a one and done on the thing. Definitely has a steep learning curve, and the whole, let's look at our notepad. One death and it's over thing is a little rough. Fake $20 bill used near Steve the Tramp's flop house. Alright. Mugshots. Let's look at some mugshots. Alright, we got Flat Top. Oh. Contract Killer, last seen 5th and G. Steve the Tramp, Brawling Bum, 5th and B. Numbers. 8th and J. 2nd and C. It's kind of funny, like, reading these addresses reminds me of a little town I grew up in Colorado called Salida, where every street was either a letter or a number, and that was it. Easy as hell to get around. You can never get lost because you just look at the street and you're like, okay, well, we either go that way or that way. So it was kind of funny. All right, so so let's hit the streets again. Let's try not to die, would be good. Alright. He is a law-abiding police officer where he stays on his one side of the street no matter what. Yeah, let's go see what's in 4th and B, shall we? Oh, you do get to shoot. But you can only shoot straight and diagonally. You can't shoot up or down. And yeah, you actually can't walk upstairs. You have to jump. You actually have to jump in order to use the stairs. Oof. Trying to avoid getting hit by the guys with guns is a little rough. There we go. Clue. Alright, let's see if we can get up to the clue. Shoes with green ink on soles being fixed for numbers. That is something I do remember, though, is actually pretty elaborate and fun on trying to actually figure out the clues. I think it was actually better done than a lot of the point and clicks. The car maneuvering is a little rough, and trying to outgun these things is not really a thing. We're making it work, but we're almost dead just trying to do that. Alright, well, we're going to do a little bit more here, and then we are going to, It is a little disappointing that you get into these things like this, and there's nothing here. You're in this itty-bitty little room. Alright, well, we got our asses handed to us by all these gunmen. For nothing. For a whole lot of nothing. Alright, you know what? I can't help it. We're gonna... Oh, I guess I should have continued, huh? I keep forgetting there's a continue button there. Alright, let's hit the streets again. One more time. Alright, one and see. Let's go all the way up over here and see what's what. More guys on the rooftops that can just shoot at us in our car. Jeez, Jesus. These are mean streets here, I tell ya. Will you go? Alright, let's go 1 and H. Hey, look, a Tommy gun. Alright. It kind of sucks that your damage carries over from the car to your thing here. I figure you can do different damage, but nope. Alright, so we got Tommy gun, fist. Oh, so we don't have our handgun, we just have a Tommy gun now. Which I think is a double-edged sword. I guess not. It's all good. It's like you almost have to like slowly see what's coming up. Okay, did anyone see how I died there? Because I shot a guy that didn't have a gun and then I just killed over dead. Well, that's Dick Tracy. Like, it's colorful, kind of like the movie and the comics, and it's interesting. It does have a really good story and, you know, puzzle solving, but it's rough and has a hell of a steep learning curve. So I still highly recommend it. Like, we didn't get very much into it, and you know, we kept getting our ass handed to us. But I think once the learning curve is done, I mean, I beat it when I was younger, so it definitely gets easier. It just takes a little while to get used to, but it is still a really fun game, and I highly recommend anyone to sit down and give it a really honest try. I think you'll enjoy it. So that, guys, is Dick Tracy. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you on the next video. Till then,